Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm very excited for today's video. We get to talk about blush today. At the start of every season, I like to do a blush themed video and the blushes that I like to wear throughout the season. I know not everyone wears like season themed makeup, but I definitely do. I go in like definite color palettes for different seasons. And in the winter, I like to wear berries, cool neutrals, and purples. So I have several blushes I'm gonna be trying on for you today. And if you have any blushes that you like to wear in the winter, or if you have any opinions about the blushes that I'm gonna be sharing today, make sure and leave them down in the comments. And I did make an effort to make sure that all of these blushes are still available. Some of my favorite blushes are discontinued, so I had to leave them out of this video. Let's start with a blush though that I have mentioned, I think, in every year that I've been doing a winter blush video. So it comes from this Milani Cream Blush palette. This palette has a really nice berry tone, and the reason why I like this particular one so much is because it is translucent enough. It can work across a lot of skin tones, and this is one of those formulas that I can just use my finger. So I'm going to just pat it on. Look at there. Lots of pigment. Sometimes with berries, I do have to be careful because they can look kind of bruisey on me, but once this one is blended out, I don't think it looks bruisey. I think it looks very, very beautiful, like a flushed in from the cold type of color. So that is what this berry shade looks like. I suppose I should mention, I mean, you can probably tell, but I'm not wearing any other color cosmetics on besides my lips. I had to put something on my lips because I was just looking a little too corpse-like this morning, but I'm not wearing bronzer or eyeshadow or anything. I wanted to try and show you the color of the blushes as well as I could. So the second berry tone blush I want to show you is from Clinique. These are so popular still, and I just love that. These are such classic products. So this is the Cheek Pop blush from Clinique in the shade Colourpop. It's been a while since I've used this one. I'm just gonna experiment and not get too much at first. I feel like I actually got quite a lot on my brush, but we'll see. Oh, it's perfect, I think. It's just very pretty berry. So that is just one dip of my brush into this. So there we have some berry blushes. Okay, continuing on with the berry theme. I've been testing this from Makeup Forever. This is their new limited edition blush and highlighter palette, and there is an intense berry shade in this palette. In fact, let me just quick swatch it by itself for you. This shade is so deep and purple that I actually can't wear that by itself. On me, it actually does look like a bruise. So in order to make it work for me, I'm gonna mix it with this brighter pink up here. This is kind of an experiment I'm doing with you guys because I haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking that's gonna be the only way I can make that purple work. And it's so pigmented. I'm gonna try really hard to get just a tiny little bit. I'm gonna use this stipple brush. I don't know if that worked. I feel like I just got mostly pink. I feel like I just put the purple in the pink. Let's get a little bit more here. Okay, I obviously didn't pick up enough. I just don't want it to be too much here. Okay, I got more that time. Let's see how this goes. There, I think that is going to be the solution for me to be able to wear that deep purple. I have to mix it with that brighter pink, but you can still see the tone of it in there. Like I can see how like deep that purple is. If you have a deeper skin tone, I bet you that purple would be incredible. It's absolutely amazing. Kind of along the same lines though, I have this blush from Honest Beauty. Now this is a very beautiful lilac color. In fact, it's called Lush Lilac. And this is kind of the color I was trying to make by mixing those two other blushes together. So let's see. This is one of those blushes that I can't decide in my mind if it's a spring blush or a winter blush. Obviously, you can wear your blush whenever you want. But this is one of those blushes that kind of defies categorization, I think. Yeah, I think I got like the same effect. Cool. All right. What do you guys think? I actually really like these kind of lilac shades, very sheared out. I think they can I think they have like the prettiest soft berry effect. Okay, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the neatest cool neutral blush. I have been talking about this blush for years on my channel. I cannot help it. I think it is so cool. So this is from CureWise, and this is the shade Inner Glow. I just bought the refill. I always tell people you don't have to buy the really expensive compact. CureWise is a very beautiful metal compact, but it's just very expensive. But you can buy the refill, and it's not nearly as expensive. And mine's lasted me for a long time. So anyway, the shade Inner Glow, it's kind of a cool tone taupe, but it's like slightly rosy-ish, slightly contoury. It's amazing by itself, but also you can use it like with other blushes if you, I don't know, want to add dimension to your face without using bronzer. Anyway, I'm just gonna use my fingers to apply this. I think it's so stunning. See how even though it is a cool toned blush, it doesn't like look gray. So I know it doesn't look like much, but like looking at this side where I have nothing and then this side where this is applied, you can see that it is there. And it's like one of those products that does a lot, even though it doesn't look like much. And I really like the CureWise blush formula. It's, even though it is a cream like this, it's not sticky. It's very thin. Ooh, I look forward to wearing this every winter. It's so beautiful. This side, let's use a powder blush from MAC. So this is the shade Mocha. It is a matte blush. I feel like this particular shade can be a little bit sheer, so I tend to apply it a little heavy-handedly. I feel like I would really get in there and pick it up. But it does kind of the same thing, even though it's not nearly the same shade as CureWise. Even though it looks like you're not really laying anything down, all of a sudden, there it is. And this is a nice option for something that's not super, super cool or super, super purple, but I would definitely kind of put it in that realm. And look at how seamless that blended. It is beauteous. So we have CureWise Inner Glow, MAC Mocha. Okay, let's talk about a couple of creams where the shades are really hard to nail down what they actually are. So one is from ABH. This is the stick blush in the shade Latte. So when I first saw this online, I actually thought it was way more neutral. On me, it's kind of a, it's hard to nail down what that is. It's kind of a coolish, pinkish, taupish color. There's a swatch, you can kind of get an idea. It's not super cool, but you know, it's kind of there. I'm just gonna use my fingers on this side. My goodness, how easy was that and how pretty. I've heard that this shade is a dupe for a Westman Atelier shade. Mimi maybe? I don't know, I haven't actually tried that blush, but this is, you know, much less expensive. But what a nice color. Something new to my collection is this little quad from RMS. So I could not decide between all the blushes from RMS. I wanted to try several different shades. So I ended up getting this little quad that also has the highlighter in it. The shade that I wanted to show you in the blush is the shade Spell. So this is the shade Spell. I have worn it already and I thought it was gorgeous for someone who wants a little color, but not too much. And looking at that one, like compared to the ABH one, this one just seems to have more translucency to it, so it could work across more skin tones. I can only tell you my experience with how it works on me, but my goodness gracious. So ABH, Latte, RMS, Spell. Okay, next, let's do this cream blush from Sydney Grace. This is the shade Dreamy. I adore this. This is such a beautiful texture, a beautiful color. I may have gotten a bit much. That's okay. This is another one that I like because even though it leans cool, it's not super, super purple, but it works amazingly well with cool toned looks. And look at how thin and skin-like that is. Sydney Grace has a great cream blush formula. Love that. And on this side, I wanted to end with probably my favorite winter blush. You guys are gonna laugh. It's from Essence. This is the Pure Nude Baked Blush in the shade Goldy Cassis. Out of all the shades from that blush swatching video I did, this is the one I use most often. It's buildable. It has just the right amount of glowiness to it. Makes your cheeks look healthy, but not glittery. It never looks cakey or powdery on my skin. And it's just got this beautiful, cool toned color that looks so amazing with cool toned looks. Like I just can't stop reaching for it when I want a purple blush. Okay, here's Essence Goldy Cassis, Sydney Grace Dreamy. My goodness, this video brought me so much joy. It was one of those mornings where I was just not really looking forward to the day. Today is going to be an adventure. We're going to get up to 8 inches of snow this afternoon. Got a blizzard incoming, which I kind of like blizzards. I like being stuck at home, but we have had snow recently, so it just feels like a bit much right now. Anyway, how's the weather where you are? Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. So this is where I talk about my tea of the day. Today I'm drinking Golden Monkey from Ivory. I used to talk about this tea on my channel all the time because I had a huge stock of it. I finished it. Well, I recently repurchased more. I absolutely love this. When you open the bag, it smells so strongly of chocolate. And you can taste it in the brew too, but I feel like in the brew you taste more of like that kind of sweet potato flavor. Kind of caramelized sweet potato though. Oh my gosh. I have missed this and I love it. Thank you guys so much for geeking out with me over some blush. Again, please remember to share your favorite winter blushes down in the comments. I can't wait to see what you guys recommend. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Bye.